And we're live! Hey folks, Robert Lee here, executive video producer and founder of ShaLaLaLa Productions, where we create marketing videos as well as providing remote video production and on location filming, focusing in the education and medical field with a specialty of pop culture. And I'm here with
Matt Haas. I'm a videographer, content creator, technology expert. I've got some YouTube channels, more than one. I know a lot about the YouTubes. That's what I do. I help people with YouTube. I'm glad to be here, Robert. It's been a while. Good to see you again, my friend.
It's always good to see you, Matt. Yeah, it's I was gonna say it's been a while, but you already said that, so I'm at the risk of alliteration or alliterative, repetitive alliteration.
This is Verbose Wednesday. We can be verbose here.
I was waiting for it, so yeah. I mean, I know, like I mentioned earlier in other posts, that this will be the last one before we go on summer break, and then be back on September 8th. But I thought it'd be a good way to just kind of like, take it easy, to be able to just kind of catch up, to hear what you've been up to, share with others like what you've been focusing on, and also like any questions that come up from the audience that we'll be able to address there. So the first question is, what's up?
Well, I have been honing my skills using the tool Notion, which is a free online relational database that's super customizable, super easy to use, and you can use it to manage just about anything. I'm a data person by nature. I've been in technology my entire adult life, and I've cataloged hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of assets for the publishing industry, so that you can reuse the stuff rather than recreate it. And yeah, so I took right to it. I know about databases. I've used databases on an application called FileMaker Pro. I've used databases to build web applications, and yeah, so I'm like, I know this. This is all familiar to me. So that's been helpful. I do have some public-facing Notion stuff, so it's not just stuff helping me. It's letting my audience know where I'm going to be live streaming wise, because I stream all over the internet, not just on Awesome Wood Things or All Things YouTube. I stream on other people's channels like yours. And I'm also cataloging all of my stuff. So you can, of course, go to my YouTube channels and see everything I've published, or you can go to Notion. So I've been doing that. I've been playing a lot with technology. Getting a whole bunch of goodies here. I got my new small MIDI professional glow-in-the-dark keyboard for a piano keyboard, not this keyboard, like piano keyboard. So I've been playing with that and the apps that go with it for professional music creation, although I have no aspirations to be a composer. I just want awesome rainbow keyboards. I should be getting the new iPad Pro soon.
Okay.
Probably in a couple weeks. So
okay.
I'm looking forward to that. I have the accessories. I showed you. I got this the other day, the pencil, and then this arrived. This is the keyboard.
Jeez.
So I got a keyboard and a pencil, but I got no iPad. I've been doing some content planning. I'm gonna be cranking out some more videos here. Some strategy based, some learning based on how to use some of the tools in Creator Studio, and some tech based, because I love tech. And there's my friend Rich Vybz, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, Rich. If you got any questions about YouTube or social media or marketing or video production, drop them in the chat, please.
Sweet.
What you been doing?
Well, let's see. I'll try to be I was gonna say concise, but that would be contrary to the show title. Uh, I think the common theme is just a lot of testing and everything. So just like we were talking before the show, yesterday I started show signs that with LinkedIn, my account, I have access to the creator mode, so that gives you a little bit more opportunity to either promote yourself or just help you stand out in your profile or what you do. So the first sign was I had the ability to create like a cover video. So like on a
These
link.
are features on LinkedIn. Correct.
For when you have when you have the creator mode service on. And so one of the neat things is that you can create up to 30-second video that you can replace your profile photo and just kind of like what most people do in like their elevator pitch where they say like who they are, what they do. Sometimes they'll ask, or either that they may just say like, hey, how can I help you, kind of thing. And right now, that feature to create a cover video is only through your phone. You can't do it on the desktop. So I don't know, like if it's something that they may look to do as an update. But that was one of the features. So earlier today, I was just trying to figure out like what to say. So 20 takes later, I finally nailed it. So.
And this is your profile picture that you're talking, not the banner, but the profile picture.
Actually, that's the second thing. But the first one, that's correct. It's on your profile picture. The video will replace that. Now, for the banner, what's neat is that if you have LinkedIn Live, and you do like a live stream into LinkedIn Live, what it will do is as you're going live, it'll replace the banner with your LinkedIn Live video. So what's a neat thing is that where people have had trouble having people finding where they're posting the LinkedIn Live, like I think some people would try to do like a LinkedIn Live event just so at least there's a uniform place that people can go to, but sometimes it's a matter of just knowing like where to find that link. So if you're not posting it or if you're not sharing it directly, people still have a little trouble. In this instance, like if I were to do like a video now on LinkedIn Live, as it's going live on LinkedIn Live, it'll take that feed and replace the banner with the LinkedIn Live video. So in theory, if you want to make it easy for people to find a LinkedIn Live, just like, hey, just go to my profile and you'll see our LinkedIn Live. And so it's a nice feature. The thing that was tricky was that I couldn't figure out how long that LinkedIn Live video would be up there. Like, will it just hang there forever, or is there something there for just a few seconds? So, like, earlier, I was trying to figure that out by just figuring, like, well, I couldn't find any literature on it on LinkedIn other than it's a available service. And on YouTube, I've seen, like, creators that have like cross-platform, like a presence in LinkedIn and YouTube, that they would give tips on how to do that. They hadn't created a video yet as to like the inner workings of like, okay, this is what happens when you go LinkedIn. So I'm like, blankety blank, I'll just go on and just see for myself. So the video, the LinkedIn Live broadcast lasts as long as you're live. The minute you go off, that thing is yanked off, and so it'd be a matter that you'd have to.
That seems reasonable, I think.
Yeah, it's just that I had no way of knowing that because I thought I was trying to figure out like, well, if it's gonna hang out there, how am I gonna get my banner back? Because that's just me, just overthinking. It's just like how to revert back to the server. But no, it just like it would default back to the banner settings once the LinkedIn Live is over. So then it's just a matter like wherever you post the video initially, as to like when you before you go live, that's where people can go see it. But as you're going live in real time, people can go to your profile and say, "Oh, there's Rob. How come he looks a little transfixed?" So that's just the theme of just testing, of just being able to do that. And earlier I mentioned, I can't remember like what earlier episode, or maybe it was on your All Things YouTube, about the idea of using your smartphone as a webcam. So I still have an XSplit a subscription. So one of the things that it also have is you can also have the ability to have their version of a webcam they call XSplit VCam. And so I was using that software to be able to tie in my Google phone to be able to take that feed and be used as an alternate camera. So let me just try to throw that up just so that people can see. So right now you're looking at the Google phone right now as to how I look. So It's not quite positioned the way I want it, but it was the initial test just to make sure it works. Let's just say that the cord is about, and so if I were to get it to where I wanted to, I'd have to figure out either get a longer cord or figure something out. So that's why I look like I'm in a submarine getting ready to. So
Does this so there's a cord? It's a USB connection, or is it wireless?
it's a USB connection, so it reads it like a video input. So right now I have vMix viewing the Google phone as a video input through the software XSplit, so I'd be able to pull it in. I didn't want to mess around with the wireless as to do that, just because that's just another headache in itself. I just want to be able to make sure it works.
Yeah.
So if you pull it into like in a production setting like this, that you could do that. So
I love multiple cameras. I've got my C920 webcam up there. I've got my old DSLR up there, and I've got my phone, and I've got my nice Sony camera that I'm using now. So I got four. That's a
yeah,
lot to manage. One is a lot to manage. Two, two's tough. More than that gets to be a headache.
now
Joshua,
hey Josh. So thanks to Josh for bringing that up. We were looking at the an alternative software. Oh God, I can't remember the name of it, but I think because like I was testing it with an older iPhone, and I would need to update the iOS on that phone to get it to work, and I just know that I didn't have enough time to be able to make sure that it worked in its
okay.
entirety. So I figured, but that
Yeah,
might be the
I
next
use
test.
Epoch Cam. Epoch Cam.
That's what it was, Epoch Cam. But the
It's
phone,
$10. It's like a one-time $10 purchase. Easy peasy.
yeah, I think because like both of my phones were on, it does a weird thing where if I were to install a one camera, it would install the other. And sometimes like if I wanted to be able to read the older camera, sometimes it would pull the. It just does some weird stuff. So I just remember that it's probably not good to do it with a couple hours before the start of the show. So I figured, well, I'll just do that at a later time to be able to play around with that. So um, and as Joshua would say, yeah, he remembered you had brought it up, so that's how we were just being able to work that out.
We have a question in the chat there, Robert. Rich Vibes asked the question.
So he says, I need to try to get my audience on MixCloud suggestions. So, my question, Rich, is that are other people finding you in other social media means, like like either Twitter, like YouTube or Facebook? Because it could be just like one of those things where like you could let them know that about your Mixcloud to be able to promote it as a way that the drive traffic there, and then it's just a matter that if you have other channels to promote it, either provide some sort of incentive to go over there, other than knowing the cool tunes that you provide as a way of driving way to drive your audience. Matt, what are your thoughts?
You're reading my mind, Robert. You hit the 2 points I was going to say. Advertise off of MixCloud. Now, I'll preface this by saying I don't know the MixCloud platform. So if there are ways to get better SEO, search engine optimization, if there's a way to use its inbuilt tools to be more visible on MixCloud, go ahead and use them. I can't speak to that. But definitely, regardless of that answer, put your crap everywhere and point people into your MixCloud show. Definitely list the time zones all over the world. Don't just put,
That's a good
in
point.
England time. Or I see you do sometimes you do UTC. Put Pacific time, put Eastern time, and put the time it is in the throw a few more bones out there. Make it easier on people. Promotions. Robert said promotions. Do promotions. Make it give stuff away and give value away too. I don't know how much value you can give other than spinning awesome tunes. I like the fact that you take requests and you put that in. Maybe talk that up a little bit more, because that's something everyone. I don't know. It's just inbuilt human nature to be watching something on a computer screen, do something, type something in the chat, and then seeing what you've typed actually appear. Like, I know this isn't making sense, but you know, having someone remotely do something, it's just cool to see, and I think so. You could talk that up. Did you ever do any type of giveaway where you gave away, you know, an item or some swag? It could be not necessarily stickers, something a little better than that. You could even cash or Amazon gift cards. I've done giveaways where I'm giving away two $25 gift cards, you know, and in order to win, you've got to do XYZ. And then what are those XYZ? You could figure it out. They could like you on Twitter. They could like you on Instagram. They could follow you on MixCloud. They could drop the secret word in the chat or something like that, and then you'll pick a random winner. And keep joining the conversation. Get onto forums and other things where people do what you do, and answer questions and be part of the conversation. You know, don't just like say, "Here's my show, come get it. Here's my show, come get it." That gets a little annoying. You gotta give more than you take. So I mainly advertise on Facebook. Facebook's good, but it shouldn't be the only place. I mean, where else do MixCloud viewers hang out? Go there. The problem is getting people to get on the platform. Make it easy. One-click link. And it should go right into your show page, your show page, not your channel page, but like right in, like take all clicks. Like some people on Instagram, they'll put links to their channel, but they won't put links to the video that they're talking about in their Instagram post. So don't make that same mistake. Go right. And you know, it's just build your audience. I have the course on all things YouTube, allthingsyoutube.com, and a big part of it is how to grow an audience. And although my course is focused around YouTube, it just applies everywhere. The same concepts are there. Make it easy for people to find you. Run a contest or giveaway, and be helpful off-site, and join the conversation, and then bring the eyeballs in from off-site. That's really the formula. And
Yeah.
grind. You gotta grind it out.
I know, like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
And you collab with someone. You know, if there's another MixCloud creator, maybe you can do a double. I mean, you've got streaming software. You can bring a guest in. I don't know how you would do that particularly, or maybe you spin 2 songs and then he spins 2 songs, and I don't know. So do all of the things.
Yeah.
Robert,
I
what were you
mean,
gonna say?
no, I was gonna say, like, I remember, like, when you were helping me out, you reminded me about the value of the email list. So if it's something that Rich, if you do have like emails of your followers and stuff, you know, it could be just a matter of making a direct message, because that's the one thing that's great about emails, that you're not. I'm trying to make sure not to sound grim, but it's the idea that where a lot of people feel like they're held hostage as to the platform that they use, as to like what things you can and can't do to be able to reach out to your audience. The one thing about your emails, that's a direct contact to your audience there. So use that to your advantage, so that if it's a case where you want to be able to grow your audience, just just keep the message simple. And if it's a case, like, to add to Matt's idea, to give incentive, to reward them for their troubles, that's something to consider, to be able to grow the following.
Do you have a Patreon? Fire up the Patreon.
There you go. So those are some things to think about, as to try different things, because I know, like, whenever I feel like I'm banging my head and can't get through, it's a matter that whatever you're working on, if that's not working, you definitely have to try to change something up and do something different, because at the very least you ruled out what doesn't work. Now it's just to try new things to be able to work. So at the risk of sounding like Captain Obvious, that's the way to look at it.
I'm a big fan of email, and that could even be your contest. Say, I'm going to pick a random subscriber to my email list. Join the email. All you got to do is join the email list, and then you got an email list, and then an hour before each show on Sunday, you send out an email. Hey, I'm going to be spinning tunes, and this is the theme. Come join me.
And
Yeah, there's a lot you could do. A lot you could do.
And to take it a step further, if you have your own stream program like we do, you want to use it to your advantage. So, like for me, if I want to promote the video production budgeting guideline, the link to be able to sign up for it is in the description. So be sure to do that. Oh, wait a minute. It went away. There we go. I was hitting buttons to get to work. So it's it's just another way of just take advantage of the tools that you have to get the word out of what you're trying to do.
Are you on my email list, Rich? I'm have a free instant download to my email list subscribers for my content planning and content marketing checklist. So I've got all of the social medias and everything I do. All you have to do is sign up for my email list, and that's at allthingsyoutube.com. There's a link at the bottom. Sign up for email.
So yeah, those are some things to try out, and definitely look forward to hear how that goes there for you, Rich. So
I had an opportunity, Robert, to buy my friend's DJ equipment.
Oh, okay. So what's in the package?
I don't know exactly. I mean, I've seen the equipment, but I don't have an inventory of it. And he was just talking. Now I'm thinking about selling it all. I'm like, dude, do you mind me asking? And it's like, don't answer if you don't want to answer. But I'm like, how much did you pay for all this stuff? He goes, man, I don't know. It's like, at least 15 grand. I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, how much you think you can get for it? He says, I'd be happy with 3 grand. I was like, 3 grand? You'll take 3 grand for all your equipment? And he's like, yeah, I'd take it. I was like, I didn't say I would take it, but the gears were turning. I'm like, should I buy 15 grand worth of DJ equipment?
Oh man.
And I would get back an item I made for him. The little cage that's all the equipment is behind, so the drunks don't spill their beer on your turntables and things like that. I built him one of those cages, and I bought the fabric that the PA system is wrapped in, and all the cases are wrapped in. Like performers, they come in with this black cases with the metal grommets on the side so they don't get banged up. Like I made like a collapsible thing. It's really nice, and yeah. So he has that he takes to his gigs, and of course he's got. Now he says it's all CD-ROM based, and a lot of DJs use MP3s and some other technology. He doesn't have that. He just has it on CDs. But still, I mean, it's a full PA system. You can put it on stage, for gosh sakes. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what I would do with it. I don't have the room for it.
I'm just trying to figure like where would you put it?
I don't know. I'd put the speakers outside, and then when I'm streaming, I would pump my voice out into the neighborhood.
Oh man. Gotta get
ThingsYouTube.com neighborhood.
You gotta get the fog machine when you do that.
I was going to get a glitter bomb machine, and
Really?
I was going to hook it up to the internet with If This Then That, and when people would super chat me, this is when I was streaming on my other channel where I have super chats, because super chats you could turn on these lights, like a $1 super chat would turn on the blue, 3 or under would turn on the green and the blue, and 5 or over. Anyway, and I was going to have $100 would be the glitter bomb would go off over my head and just put glitter everywhere. But I decided not to do that. Hey, Just B&E is here. Hello.
Hey guys, how's it going?
How's the mug making business?
Yeah,
They didn't make this mug, but
they could.
they probably could. Sure.
But yeah, speaking of Just Be So yes, I was joking with them earlier that at the time they were asking me if I've used the mug, and I was a little nervous about trying to fill up with liquid and stuff, just because I saw it more as like a like a centerpiece and stuff, and they were like assured me that it's good for hot and cold. So lately, I've been using it as a dessert mug, which I've been able to put like scoops of ice cream and just toppings of it. So it's a really good filler, which makes me think I might need to get another mug because
There's
it's
no
just
wrong way to use it.
exactly. But no, it's a great mug, and I think because the work they do is great. It's always fun to be able to post it on Instagram of when I use it and stuff. So yeah, it's a pretty cool mug.
I'd love to get into that hobby. I really would. It's kind of odd that I haven't gotten into that with all of my other endeavors, with crafting and woodworking, and I think I'll get there one day. It's the kiln. The kiln would probably be expensive. What's the going rate for a kiln for starters? Like a starter kiln. That's what I think I would need.
A killer kiln.
Well, I mean, I don't need a big refrigerator size kiln or anything like that. But
Which begs the question, where would you put it?
I don't know. Outside, I would use it outside, of course. I don't think I would use it inside. I'd like to get welding equipment too, but I'm worried about where I would do it. I'd have to weld outside, and I guess I could weld it downstairs, but I don't know. Just high temperatures. $2,000. Okay.
Whoa, $2,000?
Well, that's not that bad.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking, like, what would I use $2,000 for though? If I weren't using it, definitely get a lot of ice cream.
I mean, I think of it like, computer stuff is so freaking expensive. I mean, $2,000. That's the new that won't even get you the new iPad Pro. So maybe a used one for $1,000. Got it. Do they have little ones like that? It's just like the size of like a small college refrigerator. Like I don't need like the big. The big one. I just like maybe one to do like one mug. Do they have one the size to just do like one object? That it's definitely an investment. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, especially if it's one you're gonna get a lot of use to. That's for sure. But
Well, yeah, I
yes,
really have to think about going into business selling physical items. Now, I love people that sell physical items, but for me, man, that is a grind. I don't like shipping. Shipping is not something I'm fond of. Not so much the fact that you got to do it, which isn't all that fun, but it takes a while to get to your customer, and then the customer can claim it's broken, or they didn't get it when they did get it, or it gets stolen. There's possibility of headaches when it comes to shipping physical items. Yeah, they have really small ones, but they aren't very efficient because of the. Oh, got it. But,
I just think of the small ones like the. All right, I'm gonna try an analogy. So this, I gotta warn you, it may not be great. So.
Oh gosh.
But
I'm gonna turn down the volume on you a little bit.
But so it just reminds me like the small ones, like those easy bake ovens. You try to stick in that little pie there. So I'm just like worried if you get something like that and you're trying to make this, like I don't know, like a elaborate mug or something like that, and it comes out and it's like this little mug there when you can get like a regular sized one. So
yeah. Like the size of a microwave. Okay, gotcha.
but
Well, yeah, so if I were to do it, it would just be for my enjoyment and for content. I would do it for content on the internet. People have been asking me to make wood items I've got a couple requests to do this, to do that. I'm like, I turn it all down. The only way I will make a wood item for someone is if it's fitting to go on my channel, and my channel is pop culture and, weird things made out of wood that aren't normally made out of wood. Like that's, so if someone says, I need some like a table stand, to prop up papers and advertise marketing. I'm like, no. I need a step stool. No. Like, that's not an awesome wood thing. That's a wood thing, but it's not an awesome one. So If someone would ask me for a mug, I would probably not do it for money, you know. Yeah, ceramics is fun. I highly recommend. Yeah, I know. And I've done it in high school. I've made my own clay items in high school, and it is a fun activity for sure. I enjoyed it.
I only made one, but that was back when I was in first, second grade. It's like a hot hang wall ornament. All I remember is like I got pretty excited when they shellacked it with like this nice yellow gold coating because before it was just like khaki color. So it was mind blowing to know that you could actually dip in color. Now, mind you, I was in the first grade, so you can bet that my I could be easily impressed at that age.
I remembered that the paint colors were different going on, and then
Hmm.
they would turn it into the desired color after they were fired. Like green was white, like you would paint the white around it, and then once it was came out of the kiln, it wasn't white anymore; it was green or some other color, and it would switch into. I thought that was interesting.
Nice.
No, but I'm a creative person. I work with my hands. A lot of this stuff in my office I made. So I think I would transition right back into it easily.
Yeah. For me, like the best I could do is at least create a video, like the one that I did with just Peony. It's pretty neat that we're able to collaborate remotely, and we have the link still active in our link tree, so that people can find. So if people go on our Instagram accounts or well for me yeah or Twitter, they would be able to they can able to watch the video, or if they go on the YouTube channel, it's not hard to find. It's you would see the thumbnail that looks like let me see if I can dig it out. It was here. Is that it?
Do we have someone new in the audience? Josh Lee changed his profile pic, or changed his account. Clay is A-OK. Sure it is.
And it looks something like this. So once you find the thumbnail, you'll be able to watch the video. So it was fun to be able to do.
I like that. I like that it has a little Star Wars logo on it.
Yeah, I just gave them total creative control, so I think it was Elsie that put it in there. So, which is pretty cool.
Nice, nice. My concert got canceled. I had a concert scheduled for July, and now it's bumped another year. Kind of sucks.
What would you be playing?
The concert I was going to was Motley Crue.
Hmm.
No, not a piano concert. I will not be performing any musical instruments ever in my life, except on my YouTube channel.
Or without a cage.
I need that too. So this is the new toy that I got here. Check this sucker out. Not going to be able to listen to it, but so this is a keyboard. Looks just like a toy, you know, little tiny thing. It's about the size of 2 CD-ROM jewel cases. But check it out.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
I forgot which video I saw you were doing a demo with it, and it was like it looked like the Crayola crayons where it has like, those different colors when you're playing it.
Yeah. I did the song Mission Impossible.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And if you go here, you can see me play this keyboard with the song Mission Dun 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 Dun. Bust some tunes out, Matt. Nope. Tickle them ivories. I can't get my top-down camera working on Robert's show. I don't think the what do you call it? The virtual cam ever worked with vMix. I can try it. Girls. Let's see. Okay, we will do. I'm gonna push some buttons here, Robert. Keep the audience.
Engaged.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so
I might pop out and come right back in if that's okay.
no problem. I'll just put it on the Rob cam if there ever such a thing. All right. So while Matt's doing his thing there, so yeah, I mean, I think just picking up on the earlier talk is just a matter of just doing some different testing. I know I mentioned way earlier about how I've been waiting for the window to get fixed in the office here, just because it was since April of last year. So they finally fixed it a couple weeks ago. So it was a matter of just trying to get the office back to what it was, and it was kind of like a sensory overload thing because I really wanted to be able to get the office really situated a primo in terms of being able to work and stream there. So it got to the point where I just had to like just focus on just making a viable workplace, and then just be able to figure out how to configure the stream. So, but it just seems like it's just different stuff of just.
It's working, Robert.
It's working. Okay.
It's working.
So I'm gonna switch back to the two shot, as they would call it. So.
Oh, shoot, that was on. I'm turning things off that were already on.
That sounds about last week for me. Oh, we got the hand cam.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they wanted to hear some tunes.
How about a little Nelson? Okay.
All right. I need to do a little bit of setup here, but.
Oh, maybe they didn't mean like Nelson from Simpsons.
All right. Let's see. Gotta make another adjustment here. USB mix minus. Okay. And.
Uh-oh. Sounds like you got the speakers on.
I have speakers on.
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear me on your audio.
Yeah, be absolutely quiet.
Right. I'll put it on to you.
See, the only way I can do this is to feed your audio back into the mix. I don't understand how I can. There you go. That's what I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me turn off USB mix minus so Robert can talk again safely. Okay, you should be able to talk again, Robert.
The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. Okay, that works.
You could hear that, right?
Yeah, I could definitely hear you. I just was trying to be careful not to overlap your playing.
Oh, but you could hear the piano, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So there you go. That's the Lumi Keys keyboard from a company called Roli, R-O-L-I. And
yep.
I have a second one on order.
Okay.
But I don't have it yet. It says it should have shipped by end of May, and end of May has come and gone, and I still don't have it. So I don't know what's going on. All right, so now you'll echo again if you talk. I will be able to.
Now the piano stylings of Manahas.
That was Blondie's Call Me, if you didn't know. Trust me, that's it. All right, let me make Robert talk again. Doot, doot, doot. Doot. Okay, now the echo's off. I'll flip my camera. All right. See, I couldn't do this with my old computer. This virtual cam wasn't working with my old computer, but I switched it out, and I got a new computer that I'm really happy about. The M1 Mini. M1 Mac Mini is what I'm using. The request. No, please. No. No.
Hey, if you got requests, bring them on.
Cannot do requests at all. But yeah, so I'm learning how to use that sucker. And I just don't have enough keys on it. That's the problem, because I end up wanting to play like down here or up there. And it's got this little rocker motion thing here where you can look at, it'll kind of rifle through it. See it kind of jiggle a little bit?
Yeah.
What it's doing is it's shifting the piano so you can hit the higher keys. And if you look, when I played Mission Impossible, there was a couple keys that were too high. So I clicked this little arrow button, played the higher keys, and then clicked the arrow button to reset it again. So there's a lot of extra things you need to do in order to perform with it, which I don't like. That's why I'm getting a second one. So I'll have 48 keys that I won't run out. Hopefully won't run out. Boys. And believe me, there's all kinds of tech involved in this purchase, which I'm totally digging because I love figuring out tech. So I'm getting a second one of these. I got my iPad Pro on order. I bought the Air Tags because my son, he lives away in college.
Right.
And he lost his keys. And he lost his car key.
Uh-oh.
And I've got the spare key at home. So I had to drive the spare key down to him so he could have a car. Like, you can't drive a car without a key. so I bought Air Tags so he can find his keys. So if he loses his keys again, he can go to the Air Tag and get that found. So got that coming. And then I'm buying all these Apple products. I'm like, you know what? I should probably buy some more Apple stock as well. I looked at the stock price and it was low. It was I'm like, buy the dip, baby, and then diamond hands.
That works. And the first request coming in asking for any Nirvana.
Oh yeah, yeah, I know Nirvana. I know Lithium. I'd have to pull it up.
Isn't that a battery?
All right, Lithium. Let's try this. Nirvana. Come As You Are and Lithium. I've played Lithium before. How do I do this? Well, I don't. Let me just do the one-hand motions. Oh, see? I need a higher key. All right. It's not going to be good, but I'll try it if you want to hear it.
That's a great pitch. Hey, we got a great piano silence and Matt Haas. That's not good, but we'll see what we do. All right, take it away, Matt.
All right, so it's only going to be one bar. I'm not gonna stop the echo. So just know if you talk, it's going to echo a little bit. Is it coming through loud enough?
Yes.
It's probably loud enough. All right, so let's see here. Oh, okay. I'm so lonely 'cause That was it. That was it, wasn't it? You could recognize that.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, I'm not pushing it through.
No,
Sorry.
it's all right.
Oh, bummer. Okay. My audio setup is so flippin' complicated. All right, here we go. Trust me. I did it. Huh? That's right. Right. I wasn't looking at the notes that time. Well, that's it. All right, there you go. That's my attempt at lithium. And let me make it so Rob won't echo anymore. There we go. Rob, it's safe to talk.
That's lithium, the tune, not the battery that we had mentioned earlier. Okay, that's all I got on lithium battery jokes.
Well, I'm loving that my eCam virtual cam is working, but never worked with. That's either a vMix upgrade or maybe it was a computer upgrade. Those are the two things that changed since I tried it last. Look at that! I get the approval from Rich Vybz. Robert.
Yes.
I'm happy now. My life is complete. Rich gave me the yeah.
Well, we do our best to make people's dreams come true here on Roast Wednesday. So
I should have put a different instrument because I've got a whole handful of it. I don't have to just play acoustic piano. I could play other things too. Anywho, maybe on the next Verbose Wednesday in September. Whenever
there you go. You'll have a 3-month head start.
What am I practicing now? I'm practicing, I want to do Queen's Don't Stop Me Now.
Okay.
I love that song. Not that this means anything to you, but that's what Don't Stop Me Now from Queen.
Hey, as long as you can see it.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you what, this is what it sounds like. Oh, let me get it. 100% tempo. Crap. You know this song. Oh, wait.
Need more cowbell?
It was expecting me to play it. Let's do that again. Tonight it's gonna be a really good time. I feel alive.
Stop me. Oh, I can't sing.
I'm having fun learning an instrument. I'm glad that I got into the hobby. It's been 2 years now. I think the 20th of May was my 2-year anniversary learning to play the piano. So
nice, congrats.
Yay me. That's kind of why I got this. I was like, all right, if I stick with it for 2 years, I'll have a luxury purchase. So that's why.
Nice.
Believe me, I do not have unlimited money by any stretch, but that was my reward.
Not yet, though.
So you're going to see more content about this.
Okay.
In my content. You're going to see this on my live streams, all things YouTube live streams. I'm going to, take questions from the audience, and before I answer, I'll do a little lick over there, and you see more piano awesome content with that. And once I get my iPad, there's a technique I figured out where thank you, Josh. There's a technique I figured out where you can write with the iPad and then take what you wrote and bring it into your video content, but it won't just be a flat image. It'll actually actually be a movie of you writing.
Really?
Isn't that cool? So there's a technique I think what you do is you just green screen it. So you put a green background on the tablet, and then you write with a color that's not green, and then you do the screen recording. And then you bring the screen recording into your video software, and you chroma key out the green, and then you've got handwritten stuff overlaid on your content, your video content, but it's a video overlay of you doing it. See, a lot of people do the hand scribbles but they just bring it in as flat, static images. So that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
What would you like to hear on Sunday? Queen and or Daft Punk and or Motley Crue or Poison?
One thing I think of off the top of my head is Steppenwolf. So
yeah, there you go. Some of that 70s stuff, fun stuff. I always wanted to do a sketch comedy about Stairway to Heaven. From
wait, sketch comedy of Stairway to Heaven? How would that go?
Yeah, here's the idea.
Okay.
For Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven. Because the song starts out as a slow dance, and then eventually the rock beat happens, and then it becomes a fast dance. Okay? But the fast part happens before the drums kick in, which is like the obvious sign. So the question is, at what point do you stop slow dancing with your date and start fast dancing? Which second, which minute, which timestamp in that song is the appropriate time where the average set of sampled dancers break away from their date? And so I wanted to do a sketch comedy about a statistics firm doing an in-depth coast-to-coast analysis, sampling hundreds of thousands of dancers and plotting out the average, like do the diagram where at what point do most people break away from their date and start fast dancing during that song, and then it would have a funny. The whole shtick would be someone invested hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, to put this study into place, and the only answer that you don't get an answer that benefits mankind. The answer is you get to know when is the appropriate time to stop slow dancing and start fast dancing during Stairway to Heaven, because it's a slow build to a rock song. It's a slow dance song, and then it's a rock song. But at what point do you, like, no one knows? It's very awkward.
So
then,
go ahead.
I was gonna say you could maybe mix in like a hashtag like, please do not play Stairway to Heaven at prom. It's too much stress on the young people that are dancing because they won't know when to break away. It's very awkward. Don't do it. Anyway. So, I didn't say it would be a good sketch comedy. It would just be that.
So would this be the one you'd be starring in, or would you have like some actors in mind for this, or who would be an ideal performer? Hey, if folks have suggestions of performers for Matt's skit, I would love to hear it. Leave your suggestions in the comments, folks.
That's a big production because you'd have to coordinate a lot of extras and a lot of people willing to be on camera and a lot, it'd be hard to pull off. But hey, if only I knew a DJ, Rich Vybz, you could spin those tunes in it. I could make my sketch about it.
Well, there you go.
These are the weird things I think about as far as content goes. I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if someone did a study? When does the average person stop dancing? Like, I could just see the chart now. Like 10% of the people stop slow dancing at the 1.5 minute mark, and then 20% stop slow dancing at the 1 minute 40 second. It could just go on.
Paradise
And
by the dashboard light would be similarly awkward, Matt. Okay.
that's a Meatloaf song, isn't it? Yeah.
Steppenwolf, Daft
Steppenwolf,
Punk,
Daft Punk,
Poison, Motley.
Poison, Motley Crue.
Sounds like a batting lineup.
Well, I'm always big on the '80s hair bands, but I feel like I give you that answer too many times. But I do like me some Daft Punk, and that's one of the licks I want to do over here. I want to do the lick from Around the World.
Okay.
That's a fun little lick to play. There's a lady who's sure all things awesome are wooed. Joshua, you're awesome. I love you, Joshua. You're a great dude. I don't know how you put up with this guy.
I'm sure that it goes both ways, but I hear you. Yeah.
I'm just teasing.
As my brother would say, it's all good. So.
He's lucky he gets to hang out with you in person so much, Robert. I'm stuck here in Pennsylvania, and you're in Massachusetts. What's up with that?
I don't know.
Why aren't you in the Harrisburg area, Robert?
I'm sure many philosophers have debated the merits of that question, but I have yet to hear an answer for it. But when I do, I'll let you know.
Josh answered us. He says over-the-counter medication. Oh!
Yeah, thanks,
The
Josh.
zingers are flying on Verbose Wednesdays, baby.
Yeah. It's par for the course, but yeah.
Well, we've been going about an hour. What do you think? Think we're gonna?
Yeah, I always think so because yeah, I'm all tapped up on music knowledge and I think
While I got my other camera going, might as well go to this shot. Hi, everybody. I'm doing fancy camera stuff because I got a new computer and/or vMix started doing things properly. But I'm really blown out here. My goodness, look at that. I am really super white. I didn't know it was that brightly lit from that camera.
it's all good. I think
I'll have to fix that. Let me try to fix that here. I will go back to here.
I mean at least you don't look like you're underground like me here.
Scenes, not scenes, overlays. There we go. And then I'll put on my countdown. There, that looks a little better.
Okay.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. And look, see, I'm doing all this fancy stuff with my computer, and the computer fan isn't audible. Because my other computer, the fan would be humming. But my new computer is dead silent, which I like.
And we got Dr. Elo dropping in there, so that's pretty cool. Hey, Doc.
Hey, I stopped in his live. He was streaming while we were streaming. You were overlapping streaming with Dr. Elo. Dr. Elo's been dropping some good knowledge.
Very nice.
Killing it over there. Go, Dr. Elo, go.
I had a thought, but it just escaped me, so I'll have to. I guess I would just classify that as just a senior moment. But and a big hello to you, Dr. E. Thank you. Yeah, I forgot my stuff. I think I moved it somewhere.
I'm going to keep throwing things up into the camera until you start talking.
Okay. Huh. Dr. E says, thanks, Matt. I've been learning from the best. So that's pretty cool.
Hey. Are you in my Facebook group, Dr. Elo? I think you are. If not, consider joining. We'd love to have you over there. That would make me be like this. Not like that, but like this. I'm killing time. We're about to close the show here, and
It kind of reminds me like when I used to work at a restaurant and we were just about to close, and all of a sudden someone comes like, just one more order. Like, okay. Then you're just kind of like,
It's like, sorry, when do you close? And it's 5 of 9. At 9. Okay, we'll be seated.
it's like, takeout menus over there. Oh, wait a minute. So, but yeah, as you can tell, we're winding down, and as we mentioned at the start of the show, we're gonna go on summer break, so we'll be back on September 8th. So, and I know I mentioned in an earlier post a little bit of a hiccup with the website. You can still catch the replays there, but once we get things straightened out, we'll be able to have this show on there. But in the meantime, you can catch the replay on YouTube as well on the ShaLaLaLa Productions Facebook business page. But yeah, I mean, I think just a definite blast to be able to catch up with you, Matt, and hear what's going on and what you've been working on. And it's always been fun to be able to I was gonna say talk with the homies, but posse or the audience.
What's the singular of homie?
Home?
Talk with my homie. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we'll have an answer to that when we get back. But yeah, so oh, and looks like Dr. E said he asked to join your group. So
All right, I shall approve.
always glad to make a virtual connection here on Roast Wednesdays, as well as making people's dreams come true. I feel like that's a line from the dating game. But
Do you think I can trust Dr. Elo in my Facebook group? Should I approve him?
I would think it should be. I think the madcap hilarity and wacky hijinks ensue once the two of you are together. So, sure.
Oh, let's see what he says. Oh, you're already approved, brother. I'm just teasing. Like he says, those CTAs, those calls to action work. Woot woot. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, I think as Matt said earlier, we're just gonna wind down and call it a day. And it's always a pleasure, Matt. I know that we'll still be able to virtually stay in touch in the on the virtual interwebs or whatever the vernacular.
I am not hard to find. You know, I am very accessible.
And as always, I'm the same way too. And folks, in the description, you can find where you can find Matt or how to connect with him on the sites and stuff, as well as for me too. And before we wrap it up, anything you'd like to share with others or any final thoughts?
Well, you're awesome, Robert. I'm still streaming on Mondays, 7 p.m. Eastern, all things YouTube. And those shows have been blowing up, Robert. I'm telling you, I'm doing something right. More and more people are coming. There's more and more engagement. So that's the primary thing. I got a couple videos in the works. And jump on my Notion to find out what I'm doing across all my internet properties. So that's what's happening with me.
Nice. For me, even though we're going on summer break till September 8th, the other show I do with James Hicks, Verbose Perspective, whoops, got the wrong note there. Hang on there. I think I lost the graphic. No! It was here.
Buttons to push.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, here it is. Okay. So our next episode for Roast Perspective is June 24th, where we traditionally stream the last Thursdays of each month as a monthly program. So that'll resume. But yeah, beyond that, people can find me if you're looking for a way to connect with others in the live streaming community and want to find ways to be able to get some reps in, keep your skills sharp. Highly encourage folks to join the live streaming friends. You can find Matt there as well as other creators and other streamers. And as always, there's always the YouTube channel. I talked about LinkedIn. That's another way people can connect with me. And contact information is also in the description. So even though we may be out till September 8th, people can still find us virtually because we still have a heavy digital footprint, as they say, on the interwebs. So that was my final thought. So on that note, we're gonna sign off. Again, everyone, thanks for watching. We will be back on September 8th. And this has been Verbose Wednesday. So I've been Rob, and that's
Matt.
Wait.
It's always wrong. It's always the opposite of the way you try first.
Yeah. Maybe by September I'll get it right.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
take it easy, everyone. What was it? Live long and prosper. And this is the way.